Super news as usual, but not much of exciting news that you would really be thrilled. But there are some reports that really are including a lot of speculations. Arsenal looking for only two names in the less than a month to go for the transfer window to end, and Arsenal have only two names to think about, and that is Martin Odegaard and James Maddison. Of course, Lautaro Martinez is not out of the question at all, but I'm pretty much sure that is the one that Arsenal are really strongly, thinking about as well. So, without any further ado, let's just jump into the first main news. Is that Chris Wheatley tweeted out before that Kiddo Taylor Hart was supposed to sign a new contract with Arsenal, and that has been confirmed by himself. He tweeted out this image. He says, "I'm excited to sign my first professional contract and extend my 10 years as an Arsenal player. Thank you to the fans that showed me love. Hope the wait was worth it." It was. Also, he said that I support this club, so obviously I want to play for the club and spend as much time here as possible and hopefully progress into the first team. Big season for Kiddo Taylor Hart, who will have a full season of under 23s football and regularly train with first team, is what Chris Wheatley has reported. Now, another day, another Chris Wheatley masterclass. Great to see him do that kind of work for all the Arsenal fans. It's really great. Moving on, so it looks like, according to Spanish ABC, Madrid have refused to guarantee Odegaard to be a starter, while Arteta has promised him that if he decides to leave, Madrid will ask for 50 million euros with a buyback option in the future. Arsenal have not yet submitted an official offer yet. Now, this is really strange. Buyback clause. What? Weird. Very, very weird. Buyback clause. No. No, of course. Buyback clauses for losers, man. Anyways. Moving on. So, Arsenal youngster Harry Clarke has joined Scottish Premiership side Ross County on a season-long loan spell. All the best, Harry. Make us proud is what we know. We would want you to do as well. So that is that. Moving on, so a big update about Joe Willock is about to come in. According to Ian McGarry, Newcastle have made an improved offer in terms of loan fee to take Willock again for the season. Now, if you ask me what the hell is that, IG, well, they've offered a hefty sum. I mean, it's a larger loan fee. That's the improved offer there to take Joe Willock on loan. But here's the reality. Arsenal have declined that offer. In doing so, have informed the player and his agent that he is in Arteta's plans, having proven himself in the division with Newcastle. So it looks like, according to this report, it's pretty much clear that Joe Willock is going nowhere. So let me know in the comments, do you guys want Joe Willock to leave Arsenal? Yes, no, just let me know what you guys think about it. I will definitely post the updates, but let me know in the comments. Do you want Joe Willock to stay or leave? Moving on, Nuno Tavares was really shell-shocked with his Emirates debut. He says, sad with the result but in love with the environment at the stadium, is what he posted on his Instagram with this message. He had that, which he did, so that's the update from him. Moving on, so here's the bigger thing that you need to, the bigger picture why James Maddison is turning out to be a very good shout for Arsenal. Well, 2018-2019 season, this is what James Maddison did. It was outrageous because Kevin De Bruyne created 252 chances, James Maddison 230, second in the list, Trent Alexander-Arnold 212, Ja Moutinho 207, Lucas Dean 189. If Arsenal are serious, let's get Lucas Dean, man. He's like the best player that you can get. Dean is a very good player. Very well. So it looks like Roma have turned their attention to tune cube meters now that Granit Xhaka is becoming highly unlikely for them. So La Roma24.it have confirmed the article. They've written the article and they've confirmed this news that you got to believe this, that a few weeks before the start of new season, Roma continues to move on the market to give Jose Mourinho new reinforcement to strengthen their squad. The name at the top of Thiago Pinto's list of goals was Granit Xhaka, but there has been a slowdown in the negotiations in the last few hours. Arsenal's requests are too high. Giallo Rossi do not want to spend more than 20 million, and for this reason they have chosen to turn to Cube Miners. AZ midfielder has already been treated by the Giallo Rossi, who then decided to try to lunge on the Swiss of the Gunners. The Dutch club is asking for a figure close to 20 million for him, but the young age of the player would allow for a better amortization of the investment. That could be decisive. Well, let's see if that's going to be true. That's going to be a reality or not. But it's still a bigger ask, a bigger task, and we'll see about it. Moving on, so talking about Bruno Guimaraes, according to geglobo.com, Arsenal are ready to offer 30 million euros for Bruno Guimaraes. Lyon want around 40 million euros. Okay. Let us believe that. Let us believe that. Moving on, so Arsenal are interested in signing Tammy Abraham, but Chelsea are braced for a bid from Aston Villa should Jack Grealish complete move to Manchester City. Chelsea are also listening to offers for Callum Hudson-Odoi. This is the update from Telegraph. They say, according to Matt Law, that Chelsea could target Romelu Lukaku. Lots of things are intertwined together, and that's where things go haywire at the moment. So, moving on, so it looks like Chelsea could be set to hand Arsenal the advantage in the transfer race for Manuel Locatelli. Well, here's a bigger part, because Serie A giants have turned to the Premier League amid their pursuit of a central midfielder. So Chelsea could be set to hand Arsenal a big lifeline, because here's the thing, Juventus want a midfielder. They of course cannot afford Locatelli at the moment, and Arsenal can, but there's a problem. Locatelli only wants Juventus. Now, according to Gazzetta dello Sport, Juventus are keeping an eye on Chelsea midfielder Timoe Bakayoko should they fail to seal a deal for Locatelli. I mean, what? Why? The Frenchman seemingly set to leave Stamford Bridge this summer. This could potentially give Arsenal a free run at securing their target. Bakayoko has already had 2 stints with Serie A and Napoli, so he's already a brief spell with former club Monaco, then followed before that now the 26-year-old returned to Italy. So with Napoli, he had made a lot of appearances. I've seen it, and let's see, the price tag is going to be too much to achieve. So if Juventus are even thinking of going for the one, let's see how things will turn out to be. So Ruben Neves to Arsenal. There is a transfer hint that the 24-year-old Portugal international has actually provided. Now he has 3 years remaining on his current contract. Wolves have no obligation to sell him at all, but he could be looking for a new challenge after 4 years with the Midlands-based club. With all being said, Football.London has rounded up everything being reported now. That's the problem is the £35 million. That's the price tag. Even Manchester United are interested in Ruben Neves, but the price tag is not something that is really telling a lot. So back in 2019, about Ruben Neves, Pep Guardiola said he is an excellent player. It involves playing with 2 holding midfielders, not just one, but he is an excellent player. Neves would be willing to join. It looks like, according to Daily Mail, Neves is aware of Gunners' interest and has already indicated his willingness to join the North Londoners to teammates. But let's see how things will turn out to be, because talking about Wolves, the midfielder had quite an interesting campaign at Wolves, because when you see the data collected by FBref, now his defensive actions puts him in conversations with likes of Xhaka, Bissouma and N'Golo Conte. Neves won 66 tackles in the Premier League, which is higher than Conte, who won 57, Thiago Alcantara 43 and Xhaka 37, something that placed him second in the aforementioned comparison list. In fact, only Bissouma had won more tackles than Neves, 74 tackles won. Now you would argue, why not Bissouma? You know why. Furthermore, Neves made more interceptions than Xhaka, and most of the defensive actions are in his favour, including pressing the opponent and blocks, which may indicate he is an upgrade, is what. But according to even TalkSport, Man United are winning the race for Ruben Neves. So let's see, but let's see where things will take us. So with this, I'd like to end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you seek daily Arsenal content, best place to be. Consider subscribing.